Hi dear twins and teens, welcome back to For Adolescents by Adolescents. And I'm your host today. My name is Goshen. I'm very excited to have conversations that matter to young people. If you're new here, this podcast is a place where adolescents like me talk about real life issues that affect us, our friendship, our families, mental health, and emotions, our journey of growing up too. So to kick off season 2, we're starting with a conversation that many girls can relate to. That is the relationship between their mom, the girls and their moms. Sometimes our mothers are our biggest supporters and protectors, but let's be honest, sometimes they can also feel overprotective or like our biggest critics, detectives, or even strict security officers. From did you eat to where are you going or what did you do or what have you not done? Let me see your phone and stuff like that. Mothers always seems to have questions for us. But behind all of this is just protection, love, and desire to guide us to grow. So today we're unpacking the fun, the misunderstandings, the lessons, and how girls and their mothers can communicate better. Joining me today are my guests, HR.
Joy. Joy Amos.
Okay, Mrs. Joy Amos, and
Benjamin Oliver.
let's go into it. But before we start, I would like to ask some few questions to Lilybell and her mom. And so I have 3 questions for Lilybell to warm ups. Lilybell, if your mom had a superpower, what would it be and why?
Controlling and separating fights.
Okay, why?
Because he's really good at putting us in order.
Okay, and she always like tries to make everyone at peace, right? That's good. So, if you could describe your mom in 3 emojis, what would that be?
Angry. Boring.
That's okay.
And happy.
Okay, okay. So, what is the funniest thing your mom has ever said or done?
Nothing. She doesn't have a very good sense of humor.
Oof.
My goodness.
Why would you say that? So you're telling me you can't remember any instance where your mom did something that like just took you off and you were just laughing at. Okay.
But okay. I don't know what to say. I have a very good sense of humor. What do you
Ah,
mean?
ah.
You can imagine.
So like when Lilibel said that you have like no sense of humor,
She says
something
I'm
like
boring.
that. So you're not bored in your defense. So what do you think you have done that to like make her feel you're exciting to be around?
I don't know what Libet describes as sense of humor, but I know I have a very good sense of humor.
Okay. So Lilibel, what do you
And I'm
think
not
of your
boring.
oh. So Lilibel, what sense of humor do you want your mom to like have? And do you feel that when you say she's not boring, she's exciting, she's interesting, all of that?
And a sense of humor. I would like her to be smiling more often, not coming back frustrated with us.
She's smiling.
Only here. Oh.
Okay. Okay. Not coming back frustrated. So when she's frustrated, isn't it because like
Oh, Jesus.
you guys did something to
No,
her to
that
make
she
her
comes
upset?
back from work and she had a very stressed day and she's trying to
And you guys should like
kill our mood.
okay, kill your mood. No problem. So Ma, in her defense, she said like when you come back from work, you're trying to kill her mood. So maybe you should put up a more um happy face and attitude, even though your work might not be that might be very stressful, but you should try
Okay, take
for
for
the sake
instance
of your
now you're
children.
just coming back from school. Exhausted, you had the most exhausting day at school. And the moment you get to the house, all your little siblings just want to clamor around you. You just
Just need
want to go
space.
home and just maybe have a shower,
Rest.
have like 2 to 3 minutes to yourself to reset. And then the
Spirit.
moment you just step in, everybody is just,
Just coming to you. Why are you this? Why are you this?
So you're
so
always telling me that my family, especially if I want to be alone in the room, you say, what are you doing inside?
so how don't I have a sense of humor?
She's being caring, but I think you should like try to take it lightly with them. Maybe you
I think
just
it's the
feel.
timing. I think it's the
Yes,
timing. If the little one does not know timing, I can understand because she's still a baby. But I
but her.
expect Lilibel to know timings. That okay, my mom might have been stressed from work. The moment I get home, Lilibel is telling me about a movie. Do you understand?
Yes,
I've been
and like
stressed,
you
and
don't
the
really
moment I
want to
just step
listen.
into the house, you're telling me about a movie or a comedy you just watched, and
It's
I'm
just
stressed out. So later, when I am calm and she's in the room, I say, ah, "What are you doing inside the room? Come, let's be together as a family." Do you understand the balance I'm trying to create
yeah.
here now?
So do you feel like her coming to tell you, coming to like drag you out to associate with everyone is like invading your privacy? Because I think that's where you're
It's like
going
when I wanted to, you didn't want to. Now that
now.
I
That,
want to be alone, you're
yeah.
calling me out. You know that kind of
Wow.
thing.
Okay.
I'm right, right?
You see, so she really gets you, and like it's just the timing, as she said. So maybe you should also, you guys need to try to understand yourselves for a better bond. Like when she's coming back, you should already know that okay, if she had a stressful day, there's a way her face will look like. You already know, okay, let's leave her first, let her settle down. And later we'll go and meet her. Or be I'll go and meet her and tell her about the movie I watched, disturb her about everything I wanted to tell her about. But just know when she's coming in, because think at that point it is not going well with her. What's something your mom says all the time that makes you laugh? Or she hasn't said any.
Everybody is just setting me up in this place.
Okay,
I
okay.
can't really remember a particular instance that I just said something. Sometimes we'll be watch. Sometimes I watch something on my phone and I pass it on to her. Say, ah, this is funny. Take a look at this and we laugh over it.
Sure.
So
Do you think mothers today understand what it's like to be an adolescent girl? And no, don't tell me about privacy. Say something else.
Okay. She doesn't understand that I don't like socializing.
Okay, you don't like socializing. Why is that?
I don't know.
Ah,
now I do understand she doesn't like socializing. What I try to do is bring her out of the shell.
So let's take this that you went out with your parents to a family house setting, and then the people that are there are not people you, let's say, really like
hmm. People you don't
or
like.
don't feel comfortable around. And then you're like, oh, come and hug.
So
Like,
you don't want to hug them.
why would I want to hug somebody I don't like?
No, just put up a smiling face,
And
little
then
show. Hug
and
them.
then you're on this fake smile, and then they're like, you hug them from the side, and then they want to strangle you with
So
their
okay, so you
Because
don't
they've
like that.
missed you.
Hmm.
yes.
Because they've missed you. These are people that stay sometimes 1 month, 2 months, they've not
The
seen you.
miss.
And you are their niece or you're their cousin. And when they see you, because they are social, you
And
are trying to be antisocial and
so
they
they
don't
won't get
understand
it.
that. They just
Yes.
see you and they want to bond. They just want to hug you. They've missed you. It's not their fault. You don't blame them. And then by the time you put up a defense, it's like you're rude.
Hmm.
It's
Yes.
like it's like you're being rude. Somebody is trying to come close
And
and have
just
a bond with you, and you're stiff. So it's like so a lot of people easily misunderstand that. So you see, what I'm trying to create here is a balance. I'm not saying she should be extra social, but I don't want her to be an introvert. I want her to be able to socialize in the world we're living in right now. You socialize for a whole lot of reasons. Even if you don't want to, there are
just have
there are, there
to.
are situations that
You find
you
yourselves
find yourself, you just have
just
to roll with
blending.
it for the time. These are not people you constantly stay with. It's just for a very short period of time, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 1 hour. All you need to do is just smile and be
And
kind. When you live there, that is the end of it. So
Don't
that is
need
just
to
what
act
that you
anymore.
don't. That is just what I want. I just want her to meet these people. They are family, blood related. Be happy that you've seen them, and then show it because they are showing you that, "Ah, I've missed you,"
But you're
and then
showing
you
I
are,
don't.
I don't care. It doesn't add up. So trying to create a balance now. She's seeing me as the villain. You
So
understand?
Lily Bell, she's actually played a good role as a mom because like she wants to socialize for your better good, and like you should even be happy. Wait, but sorry to ask, would you mind? Are you a middle born? Middle born.
You do what?
Born, like, are you the
No.
one in the middle? Oh, because I heard middle borns are like introverts and all of that.
She's a first.
Oh, so okay. So it will be better if you socialize and hit your mom's advice because that would be better. So, what's one thing to you? That's to you. What's one thing you wish your mom understood better about you?
I don't like wearing gowns.
Huh? Do you like wearing gowns?
Gowns, skirts.
Oh, so you wish she would know that
I prefer
anytime
trousers.
and anytime she wants to tell you to wear gown, like, mm-mm, you should you should know where I stand. And all of that.
And then my dad is always telling me, "You're the firstborn. You're supposed to act like a boy." And then when I start acting like a boy,
You
they are
say
like, "You
yeah,
are a
dumb.
girl."
Ah, okay, okay. So, do you have anything to say to that?
Yes, I. Okay, so I've come to realize that she likes trousers. I mean, free trousers to be precise. I'm a tailor, like I always say. I make clothes. One of the most recent clothes I made for her is a jumpsuit, a very free
Johnson?
jumpsuit. Now she's a girl, for crying out loud. As much as, as much as I would go with her liking trousers, but once in a while, this girly kind of
Nature should be
to the
there.
church particularly, not even to any other place. Once in a while, I like her to look girly. Just put on something beautiful,
Normal.
and look like a girl that you are. So let's say, for instance, we have 4 Sundays, sometimes 5 Sundays in a month. I don't mind her wearing gown at least one of these Sundays. But if I leave Lilybell alone, Lilybell will become, what do they call it now?
Tomboy.
Tomboy. She would. So once the heels I buy for her, they are just there. She hardly uses them until I say, you must wear this. So once in a while, just look girly. That's all I want. Do what you want to do, but once in a while, when I say wear it, there are special occasions that would
You need
want to
to
go
wear
to. Imagine Lily wearing
a jumpsuit.
a jumpsuit. So there are times I would really want her to look like a girl that she is. I don't think that's asking
Wrong.
for too much.
She
So
says there are
if need
at
be.
least 4 or 5 Sundays in a month, and maybe once. It's not once. She used to force me to wear gowns like 5 Sundays every Sunday.
Hey, you want to be wearing trousers to church every
Yes.
Sunday?
You can imagine. So you understand my position now.
Yeah, that might be the odd one.
But she minds you being the odd one. So you should actually be happy that she's caring for you and like she is she wants the best for you. She just wants it to be that, oh, let's let's there's something good for my daughter. She's thinking in the direction that you're not exactly thinking as
Yeah.
and all of that.
How
So
about corporate wears? Like
like
office dressings.
like suits and all of that.
Yes.
And I think that would be
Does she
okay.
go to the office? Do you go to the office?
I don't go to the office, but I can still dress like I'm going to the office. This is about being formal.
Hmm?
I'm going to wear.
I'm going to sorry. Formal, I'm going to wear.
To church night. You still dressing is too informal, it's too casual. So when you dress formal,
I think the actual challenge here is she doesn't like skirts
And
or
count.
gowns. So maybe we'll try to strike a balance so that but as I am trying to strike a balance, she also has to put in an effort because she's only 13 for heaven's sakes. And she's still fully under my authority as a parent. And the truth is, I am bigger. I am
And that
older. I am wiser. I have more experience. So there are things that I always tell her this. I tell her this that there are particular things that when I tell you now, you might not be comfortable with, you might not understand. But give yourself a little time.
Later, it will
In
come
the
back
next
to
five
you.
years, you would understand why. Now I understand why my mom used to say these things, or why she used to act the way she did. Because as a matter of fact, I was her age too, and I had issues with the way
That
my mom
one.
was handling some certain things. But now that I am older, a certain thing would happen and I would remember. I said, "Oh, my mom was right. Now I know she was right." So sometimes I even feel like picking up my phone and calling her and say, "I'm sorry." But then I know she was doing it out of love, from the place of love. So now,
Section.
because I am older, because I am wiser, because I'm your mom, so everything I do
It's for your
is for
good.
your good. I might not do it the right way, but you see, when it comes to your appearance, in fact, I told her a few years ago, I said, until now, you've not. Can I speak pidgin English here? I said, you never reach to begin to choose clothes. Whatever you
Until
look
you
like has to come from me because, how do I put this now? What I imbibe in you is what you will grow with. Now she's talking about big trousers and jumpsuits and all of that. Who taught her all of that?
Isabel, your turn to answer. Who taught you?
Who
And
taught
why
her
do
all
you
of that?
like why do you just like them?
My dad.
Why doesn't she like something else? Why doesn't she like
To try something new,
why doesn't she like skimpy, show me your body kind of dresses? It is what has been imbibed in her while growing. Do you understand? So, what I'm trying to say is there just has to be a balance. There are times that I want you to look in a certain way that you might not even understand. Imagine if we are going to an occasion where there will be cameras everywhere, and then you want to wear something that I know
You
it's
know,
it's okay to be odd once in a while, but when it comes to appearances, she's still a child for crying out loud. So if I tell her wear this, that's how I want her to, at least for that particular occasion.
before she grows and like has control over herself.
Over
But right now you're still under your mother's
you
roof.
understand, you get my point, So
Are you confused? You have something to say? Because
no,
your face said otherwise, but no problem. So, ma'am, I would like to ask you. So, as you also mentioned something about when you were younger, your mom used to tell you some things you didn't really understand. You had issues like with her decisions, but now you're like, oh, thank you, mom, and all of that. So, will you mind telling us more about how that was for you? How it was for you, like an adolescent or a teenager growing up? How your mom's decisions affected you, and how you felt about it, what it meant to you, if you were like flexible or you could change that easily.
okay. So first of all, my dad died very early. He died in 1997. So my mom became our father, our mother,
Mhm.
our auntie, and our uncle. It was just us, nobody else, just us. So you can imagine that kind of a thing. So my mom became a security personnel because
Overprotective.
we were seven girls, one boy. So imagine having a lot of girls. Imagine um, the number of boys that would be coming
Mhm.
at your girls. So one thing my mom made sure that stayed with me is I don't go out of the house anyhow. If she does not send me out,
You can't go
I can,
out.
when I come back, where will I tell her I went to? And I didn't understand that because, children now, I always liked going out. I had friends around the neighborhood and a lot of girls my age that come out. So I I had a problem with that. I had a huge problem with that. So, but what could I do? I couldn't do anything about
You
it.
don't have a
She's
power
my
over
mom.
her.
And she's taught us from when we were very small that whatever she says is final because she
Nothing can
knows better.
change that.
And she groomed us in the ways of the world. So I began to stay indoors. You hardly see me out. But some people were telling my mom that this girl does not go out. Too. Are you sure when she wants to marry, she will get a husband? she's always indoors. Who would see her and marry her? You know, but here we are today. Then, but I was able to cope with it. I became an indoor person, not out of choice, out of discipline, out of training. Then another thing that I struggled with was prayer and fasting. Oh my goodness.
And your mom loved you guys to do
Oh
that
my
right.
goodness. When I was like 7, 8, 9 to 10, I fast from morning till 12, 6 to 12. When I became, I think, about from 12, 13, I began to fast from morning till 3.
Oh.
Yes. Then when I got to like 15, 16, I began to fast from 6 to 6. I dreaded those days. Those days that
Isabel, are you doing that now?
I dreaded those fasting days because okay, so she's been able to would I say curb me and keep in the house. In fact, not just me, I and my siblings. If they don't go out to work, we are home. In fact, till now, ask Lilibel, if I'm not at work, I'm indoors. I don't where would I go
Mm.
to? So it's either I'm going to church or I'm going to work. Or I have an assignment outside. Outside this, I stay. Sometimes I don't even cross the gate for 2 days if I'm not going out. I'm indoors. So she built that inside of me. Now, that saved me a whole lot of mess. A lot of the girls we were growing up with, a lot of them, some of them have died. Some of them became drug addicts. Some of them began to drink alcohol, partying. But because I was confined, now beyond the physical confinement, there was a spiritual cover. So along the line, it stopped being boring. So when I'm
Okay.
indoors, I'm reading books, I'm praying, or I'm studying the Bible. So it helped me a lot. It helped me in my decision making. It helped me. In fact, a lot of girls my age at that time, I don't know if you've heard about gang rape.
Yes, I
Yes, that
have.
like
Big
it's a group of
boys
boys will
will
pick
rape
a girl and
and
rape
rape
her.
her.
I didn't experience all of that because I was indoors, and you know association matters a lot. So I was able to escape gang rape. In fact, I can count how many of us that grew up together that were not gang raped. I can literally count. Like I said, some of my age mates have died out of drug abuse. Okay, so I grew up in Maraba, and if you know where Maraba is, you would know there is a lot of peer pressure. There is a lot of drug abuse, all manner of peer pressure. So that's just for the record, so you would understand where I'm coming from. So staying indoors, as orchestrated by my mom, that I later began to enjoy, helped me helped me to escape a lot of things. In fact, even when I gained admission and went to school, my I was always indoors. If I'm not going for lectures or rehearsals, because I studied theater arts. So imagine studying theater arts and
So staying
being
indoors.
indoors, you know. So I wasn't this partying kind of girl. If it is not what we organize in the department that affects our marks, our GP, I don't
Oh
go.
God.
I don't go. Because it had already been inside of now I went to BSU, Benue State University. And during that time, cultism rate was very high.
Hi.
You hear stories of people being butchered. You'd hear stories of uh, girls being shot. And so now, while I was alone in school, what I learned from home helped me in school. So I was able to, I didn't even know what was holding me back. But now I realize that it is the training I got. So whenever I'm in trouble in school, let's say for instance, I run out of food stuff, and 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 I call home, and home says we are trusting God. I know what to do. Sometimes I just go down on my knees and pray, and strangely, support and supplies just come from places I least expect. In fact, there was a time, a very vivid example. There was a time I set an alarm because we go to school for rehearsals by 6 a.m. Now I set an alarm for 5:30 in the morning because I usually go finish the rehearsals
Prepare.
before I come back home, take my bath and go for lectures. So when I set the alarm, my phone went off. Now, because of my consistent level of prayer, I could hear the Holy Spirit. So at exactly 5:30 that I was supposed to wake up, I heard my name. I was alone in the room. I heard my name, Joy, Joy. I woke up. I looked at her and I was alone. Now, because I've heard the voice before, I just knew,
He
you know,
was.
I just knew it was the Holy Spirit. And when I checked time, because my phone was off, it couldn't ring alarm. So this small touch
That's
iPhone.
different.
So when I checked it was exactly 5:30. So it happened countless times. So what I'm trying to say is, growing up, there are a lot of things my mom tried to teach us that I didn't understand. But looking back now, at first I was feeling like, why would my mom tell the child not to eat? This woman is wicked. How will I know he eats till 3? What kind of mom a mom does that? And I'll be angry. Sometimes when my mom can sit down to pray, she'll say, come, let's pray for 20 minutes. We end up praying for 2 hours. So you see, so that is how I grew up. I grew up fasting, I grew up being indoors, and I grew up knowing that you don't talk to strangers randomly. In fact, you don't associate with people that you don't understand. So that is how I grew.
So, sorry, ma'am, but you're saying university, your uni, if your friends come and be like, Miss, sorry, what's your name?
Joy.
Miss Joy, let's go to get some things or stuff like that. You said no, I'm staying at home. There were no instances where you had to go out with your friends and all of that.
Okay, so because of how I grew up, I didn't have friends. I still don't have friends.
So, Matty, don't you think that that part of you where you didn't have friends, you were not like really socializing, is what Lilibel got as a gene that she doesn't really want to socialize now,
No,
and
no,
it's a
no.
bit harder
There's a
for you
difference
to.
between having friends and socializing. I was very social.
Hmm.
In fact, if you go to my school now and meet the lecturers and you mention Joy Mubila of 2012, they will know. In fact, lecturers loved me because one of the lecturers sent for me and said, I've noticed you are always alone. Don't you have friends? I said, sir, I don't know how to keep friends. I said, wow. You don't know. So that gave me favor with him. All right. In fact, he helped me a lot. He told me if any lecturer is disturbing you, just come to, because he was a very senior lecturer. He was a doctor, then now he's a professor. So so what I'm trying to say is, I was very, very social. If you meet me, you would like me. But it ends where we meet. You're laughing. It ends. So we meet, we gist, we laugh. But once I leave,
That's the
it
end.
ends there. Yeah. So yeah, because I didn't grow up having lots of friends, it became difficult for me to keep friends. All right. So even when some other girls were trying to draw close, I don't know how I managed to do it. I wasn't rude. I wasn't pushing them away. But if you visit your friend one time, two times, and the person does not visit you back, it sends a signal.
Nah.
So it wasn't intentional. This was who I am. So they just found a way of, we would still meet, we'll still greet and just socialize, but I don't have friends. So there was no, for me, I can't really say I encountered peer pressure because there was nobody to peer pressure me. you know,
So, Lilibel, do you have like anybody peer pressuring you?
Does she
Um,
have friends?
you have friends?
Only classmates.
Only classmates. Why is that?
Don't go outside.
From a mother's perspective, why can communication sometimes become difficult during adolescence?
Um,
Quickly.
the truth is, um, I see things differently. She sees things differently. Sometimes communication becomes very difficult because the child wants to have their way, and the mother too wants to have their way. And I have authority over you as your mother because even the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will never depart from it. Sometimes I know she's not comfortable with my decision. It worries me, but I tell myself that when she grows up, she will understand. I tell myself that whatever I'm doing now is for her best interest. Say, for instance, I don't let her go out of the house. We all know the world we're living in. We're living in terrible times. There are predators everywhere. And if a child is not sent on an errand, what is the child doing outside, for heaven's sakes? We are not living in our world. When we were growing up, you go out, you meet children everywhere, and you just easily play around. Now we live in fenced houses. Almost everyone in our neighborhood have fenced houses. Everybody is trying to protect their children. If I let you go out,
I will be
where will you be
protecting.
going to? Where do you have to go to? What would you be doing outside? So sometimes, once in a while though, we take them out, but very once in a while because of the nature of our jobs and all of that,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
So communication becomes a little difficult because she does not understand my standpoint. And we are living in a new era. I am also trying to understand
It
her
has.
standpoint.
Yes.
Do you understand? So sometimes there is a gap.
That
Sometimes she might feel
bridge.
even if I tell my mom, she
Don't
won't understand.
understand.
Sometimes I might feel even if I tell her this thing, even if I explain this thing, she won't understand.
But do you feel it's still best to open up?
It is. I always tell her, whatever happens, even if you've made a mistake, tell me. Because if you make a mistake and you tell me, I know better to a certain degree. I'll be able to stop you from making the next mistake. But if you don't tell me, in trying to cover for the first mistake, you might end up making another mistake and making another mistake and making
And
another mistake. You know, so when I get to know, a lot of damage has been done. So I tell them, even the little one, whatever you've done, let me. It's my little baby. There was a day it was about the pencil. I told her, if you lost your pencil, I will beat you. So almost
but it's a
every
saying
day,
that moms get angry over the little things. Is
yes,
that
almost every day she comes back. I lost my pencil. So that day I told her, if you lost your pencil, I'm going to beat you. The moment I got home, as I just stepped in, Mommy, I'm sorry. Mommy, I'm sorry, I lost my pencil. It was not me, it's my classmate. My classmate threw it out of the window. Mommy, I lost, I'm sorry. You know, what I'm trying to, they might not understand it, but I'm trying to make them open. They might not be able to tell me everything, but the things that matter,
matter?
they should be able to tell me so that I'll be able to guide them. I don't want to make mistakes with my children. I know some of the errors my mom made. I don't want to repeat those errors. She did her best, but she had a limitation of knowledge. She didn't know much about
Girl.
talking to a child about sex education. She wasn't privileged to go to school. So she did her best. She did what she knew to do. Now I know better. So I'm going to do better for my children. That is what I'm trying to do.
Okay, thank you, Ma. You have anything to say? So you understand your mom's perspective, right? Okay. So what are some common fears mothers have when raising adolescents today?
Oh my god. We have Me particularly, I have a lot of fears. I have plenty of fears. I don't want to lose my child to the world. It's more difficult now. Training or guiding a baby is different. When I look at this, I'm amazed. When did she grow up? You know? So it's sometimes it's like I'm not prepared for this. Having a teenager in the house. My number one fear is Lilibet losing herself to something I did not teach her. Losing herself to immorality. That is my number one fear because I try to put the fear of the Lord in their hearts. I try to make them read scriptures even when I'm not around. I try to bring about memory verses. So I'm a Christian and I take my faith seriously. And I want to pass that on to my children because that is the legacy my mom passed to me. So my number one fear is my child not remaining in the faith. I don't want her to grow up and forget God because I know where I am coming from. I know I couldn't have been here outside God, and I know where God is taking me to. That's my number one fear. My second fear, I have a lot of fears, right? But I'm going to mention just a few. My second
Now,
fear
like three.
is, oh, three, okay. My second fear is I don't want Lilibel to feel. So I want her to be focused. I don't want any distractions, especially from boys. I've asked her recently, I said, what does love mean to you? When I say love, I mean romantic love. I'm not talking about God kind of love.
That's what I mean. See,
So the response she gave me was that she has never thought about it. So I try to make her, she has a journal. Try to make her write something down. In the course of 6 months, you'll be able to tell your predominant emotion. Is it positive? Is it negative? If it were positive, what can I do to keep it more positive? If it is negative, what can I do to change that? I had that conversation with her. I don't go through her journal. It's her privacy. All right. So that's my second fear. I don't want her to fear. I want her to do great things. I want her to become a name, not just for pride. I want her to leave a legacy. That when her mates turn around, she becomes a pace setter. So I don't want her to be distracted by boys or by friends. So I think my third fear, I don't want her to lose herself to no, not immorality now. I don't want her to stop being herself to try to prove a point. Maybe trying to prove something to me. So because I want an upright child, I want a go getter, a goal setter, and a go getter. I don't know how they speak that English. I don't want her to pretend. That's the word. I don't want her to go out of her way to do things just to please me or her dad. So I want her to be herself, completely herself, to express everything that the Lord has put inside of her. But while doing that, remembering God and remembering her goals. Do you understand? So these are the major fears.
So Mar, here you're saying that a conjunction between of like Rebel's own self, character, and part of what you want to impute on her is best for her future and
Yes.
herself. Okay. Okay, now is it I think this question is for both of you. Is it easy or difficult for girls to talk to their mothers about topics like puberty, friendships, or relationships to you both? I'll start with Hilbel since she hasn't said anything for a while.
No,
Why? Why would you say so? Because I feel your mom says she she asks you questions, right?
Yeah. When it comes to
So
puberty, she's my most stable ground because I have nobody else to talk to.
so that's the reason you talk to her because she has no one else to talk to. Yes, so
Yes.
oh, okay. So how do you feel talking to her about friendships and if relationship between friends?
Friends. That's not really a topic I go to because
You
I
don't
don't have
have
that
friends.
friends.
Oh, okay.
But I know about all her classmates. My God. She tells me I might not know all of them personally, but I know their name.
She always comes back,
She
explain
tells me, don't mind her. She said I'm boring. Yeah, she just me
everything.
almost everything. So I'm wondering, am I boring?
I think that's for every girl. Like even me as well.
You
When
feel
I
your mom is boring.
yeah. Okay, so what helps build trust between mothers and daughters? Who's gonna answer first?
So what helps build trust? I think it's when your child or mother is going through a hard time and then you just become the safe space or the leaning ground for your child to be able to feel safe around you and feel that if I'm going through a crisis, I know that there's at least one person in my life who can stand by me, and that's my mom. So it builds this kind of trust and security in your child to feel that I can trust my mom no matter what it is.
Okay. So
So communication, basically, like I said, I always tell them, whatever it is, tell me. I might get angry, but just tell me.
but sometimes if I want to tell my mom something that I know is going to make her angry, I'll first come with
Mommy, I'm sorry.
yes, don't be angry. Don't be angry about it. Just calm down. Then I'll explain myself. She get angry a bit, but I have to
Yes.
let her
I think
reach.
the focus here is not just the anger. We are human beings, we have emotions. All right. So let's say, for instance, I told you, don't go to any secluded place with your boy. Hmm? And then life happens. She makes a mistake and goes to a secluded place with the boy and he touched her where she doesn't like. If she comes to tell me that, of course I'll be angry. I told you not to go to any secluded place with the boy. But telling me
It's the best thing.
makes the boy lose power over her because I know he cannot threaten her, he cannot blackmail her. Sometimes secrecy makes crime to thrive. When you keep things secret, the person has power over you. But once you speak, the power is broken. So that I would be angry that she went to a secluded place with a boy does not mean she should keep it from me. Because if she tells me, the boy loses his power over her. So no blackmail, no power. So when she tells me, I'll be able to know what to do at the right time. But if she keeps that, knowing that my mom had told me not to go and I went, and she'll be angry, she'll be doing more damage to herself and ultimately to the mom. Because no parent wants their child to go through any hard situation.
Okay, thank you. So we'll also have a fun game on who said it. Yes. Like I would ask questions and then either of you will point and or ask like or say who said it, who made the statement, or who it's most likely to come from, whether you, your mom. So like for example, because I said no and like that stands, I said no. So who's most likely to say that? I need answers.
Answer.
Huh?
My mom.
Okay. And you don't understand.
Mhm.
Yes, that
Yeah.
seems to be the more okay. When I was your age.
Obviously.
Okay. So, what's the best advice your mother has ever given to you?
If you're going to do something, do it well.
Okay. So, Ma, what's the best advice your mom has ever given to you?
Same thing. She says it in my language. She
Mm.
says, oh, okay, so it's more like a problem. She said,
Okay.
I don't eat frogs. I don't eat frogs. So she says, if you want to eat frog, eat the big one. Don't eat. If you are going to eat frog at all, don't eat small ones. Eat big ones. So it just simply means whatever is worth doing, go on. Once you are convinced that this thing is worth doing, that is what I do. I don't do things haphazardly. When I had not fully given my life to Christ, but when I gave my life to Christ, I went all in. When I finally said yes genuinely to Jesus, because I grew up in a Christian home,
Mhm.
but growing up from a Christian home is
Yeah.
different from actually saying yes to Jesus. So my mom's prayers and trainings guided me, but personal relationship with Jesus started when I said yes to him. So when I said yes, I went all in. Also, when I'm doing a business, I do it with even if I'm selling Zobo, you will buy Zobo from my hand. Do you understand?
Yes.
So that is who I am. I don't do things for doing sake. I don't do things haphazardly. So whatever you are doing, do it well. That's
Okay, thank you, Ma. So, sorry, in two sentences, for mothers listening today, what advice would you give them about raising adolescent girls?
in two sentences.
Yes.
Please be attentive to your children. I cannot overemphasize this. Pay attention. You must always pay attention to your children. If you pay attention to them, when there is a slight change, no matter how slight it is, you will notice
Notice.
from their moods to their behavior to their character in general. Please pay attention to them. If you pay attention to them, it will save you a whole lot of stress. Except if you don't care about them. Pay attention. Whether girl, whether boy, they all need attention. Pay attention to them. Secondly, please listen when they talk. My pastor, one of my pastors say, for every nonsense a child is saying, if you pay
Yes.
attention, you will pick a sense from it. So sometimes I come home very tired and when I bathe and just relax a little, I listen to them talk. I just let them talk. I'll be tired. I want to rest, but I listen to them. That is why sometimes I send for them. What are you doing? I come to the living room. Let's all be here. I just want to hear them talk. Because sometimes some things that they might not want to say to you, out of gist, they
They'll
might just say
say,
it. So please pay attention to them, be attentive, and then listen. Listen. So listen to what they have to say, then pay
yeah.
attention to their moods. So you know these are two different things, right? You pay attention to who they are, their essence, what makes them who they are, and then you listen to them. If you are able to do that and marry it, the mistakes you will make with them will be reduced to its barest minimum.
Okay.
So
Okay. So, Abel, from your heart, if there's one thing you could tell your mom now, what would that be?
Well, it would be that I might not like going out very much, but I think I would actually like the chance just know what it feels like to be out.
Okay.
And also, friends are not,
Your
as she
thing.
said, they are not really my thing. It's really easy for me to make friends,
But to
but it's
keep
quite
them.
difficult to keep them.
Okay.
Like if we go out now, I can guarantee that give me 1 hour, I can find at least
Mhm.
2 or 3 people that I can hang out with. But in daily, we are out of there. That's it.
So she
Okay.
would like a chance to make friends. That's what you're trying to say. I
Hmm.
don't have a problem with her going out. But where are you going to? Let me just know. Is there has to be a specific destination, right? You don't just go out and move around.
My mom will not allow you to go out. If you say go out, she'll send you back. Like, where are you going
So there
to?
has to be a destination. I don't have a problem with her having friends. But as you are leaving the house to visit your friends, I should know you are going to visit your friend. And when you get there, I should know you were there. And then you don't go and stay and overstay your welcome.
Hmm.
After a short period of time, 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, you can study together. I told my niece, as you're going to school, so she just got admission, make friends. When you study together, you understand things better. In fact, I always tell people, the one you don't really understand, gather a group of people, try to teach them. The more you try to teach them, your brain opens up. I'm a teacher. So I talk by experience. The more you try to teach, the more your mind opens up. So I'm not against the idea of having friends. But I'm only against the idea of going out and just
Doing what?
doing what? You know?
Okay, so the last question. One thing you would like to tell us about now from your heart
From my
directly.
heart. Oh, oh Lily. Lily is my first daughter. In fact, my firstborn.
Mhm.
So you can imagine the level of love that is
And
inside of my heart.
connected.
So I love Lily so much. In fact, when I was pregnant with my second baby, I was asking myself, the way Lily has occupied my heart. Will
You
this
have
baby
space.
have space? You know? But funny enough, when the baby came, I just saw myself loving them both equally. There is no one that I love more than the other, you know. So I love Lilybell. I want to see her do very good. I want to see her become a very much better version of me. I'm not saying she should try to become me. What I'm trying to say is where I have stopped or where I will stop in life, Lilybell should supersede it. So I want her to do really great things.
But there's room for mistakes, right?
We're all human beings. My earnest desire is that what I always pray to God about is, Father, do not let them make a mistake that will cost them too much. Because we all make mistakes. I have my mistakes. Oh, I have them. So I tell God, the mistakes that will cost them too much, don't let them make it.
So, ma'am, if you could tell your mom one thing, like if she was here and you had the chance to just say something from your heart and say, "Okay, mom, this, and this is what I'd like you to know," what would that be?
Ah, hmm. I would say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'll say I love you. Because now I'm not exaggerating. I'll tell her if I were to come back to this world again, I wouldn't want another one. She's a rock. I watched her take care of us single handedly and she never complained. There was not a time that I saw my mom sit down to complain. Did she get overwhelmed? Yes. Did she get confused at some point? Yes. But she stood as a rock, as a pillar. And of all the 8 children, all of us turned out well. We I will forever be grateful for the kind of person my mom is. She's why she's one of the major reasons I'm even alive today. In fact, at some point, I was about to die. She kept praying. She kept praying. My daughter cannot die. So God said, you want your daughter to live? You must work for me. She's an evangelist currently because of me. She
Oh.
goes to most of these African countries and preaches. By tomorrow, they'll be traveling to a particular village now. So God said, your daughter will, the very night she was commissioned in a vision, I got to her. I was literally going to die. I think I was about 3 or 4 years old. So that I'm alive today is for my mom. So I love my mom so much and I'm super grateful for who she is and what she and who she has made me to become.
Oh, So emotional. Okay. So thank you all for joining us today on this first episode of season 2 for Adolescents by Adolescents. Today's conversation reminded us that even when mothers and daughters disagree, the relationship is built on love and trust, communication, understanding. And a big thank you to my guest, Mrs. Joy, and you too, Lila Bell, for sharing your thoughts and experiences with us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow us, and if you have any comments, put them down in the comment section, or you can send us a message directly. And don't forget, communication is the bridge between misunderstanding and connection. Bye. See you next time.